Hi friends, it's Bob and Fran, and as you know, we are all about healthy aging. We're both in our 80s, and healthy eating. And that's how we got to be in our 80s. Today we want to discuss the main reasons why people switch to a whole food plant-based diet. And at the end, we want to reveal an additional personal perspective on how we feel about this way of eating. So please watch to the end.
The first reason to go whole food plant-based is for your personal health. Our food choices can either fight disease or feed it. Food from plants are packed with nutrients, antioxidants, protein, and fiber.
So this diet works to strengthen your immune system. That's really what I like about it. It also reduces inflammation and increases your energy level. It can also lower cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, and it works to maximize a healthy gut.
Eating a whole food plant-based diet has many proven health benefits. It reduces your risk of cancer, heart disease, stroke, hypertension, diabetes, and other diseases, including some mental health illnesses. It can also play an essential role in curbing overweight and obesity.
There's no question in our minds, we know from personal experience, that the best medicine is wholesome, nutritious food. We know firsthand that a whole food plant-based diet can prevent and even reverse disease and overweight.
Remember, every bite of food you take either feeds disease or fights disease.
The health of our planet is the second main reason to eat a whole food plant-based diet. About a decade ago, the United Nations stated that a global move to a plant-based diet was essential to save the world from starvation, increased poverty, and the horrific impacts of climate change. Here are some facts that we have researched that speak for themselves.
Farming livestock covers 45% of the Earth's total land, though they emit greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, causing an imbalance in our environment. This leads to climate change and global warming.
And according to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, animal agriculture is responsible for 18% of all greenhouse gas emissions, which is more than all transportation emissions combined.
Animal agriculture is the leading cause of species extinction, ocean dead zones, water pollution, and habitat destruction. It's possible that we could see fishless oceans by 2048.
Growing feed crops for livestock consumes 56% of water in the United States, 56% of our water. And our water supply is being severely impacted. Just think, 2,500 gallons of water are needed to produce 1 pound of beef, just 1 pound. And 1,000 gallons of water are required to produce just 1 gallon of cow's milk. 900 gallons of water are needed for just 1 pound of cheese.
Rainforests are vital to life on our planet. They regulate the global climate and the water cycle, absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and much more. But unfortunately, rainforests are being cut down to make room to raise cattle. Every second, the size of 1 football field of rainforest is destroyed in order to produce 257 hamburgers.
That's every second. So factory farms, which seem to operate under the radar, use herbicides and pesticides to grow grains to feed cattle. These chemicals ruin the soil and seep into the earth and into nearby waterways as well. Over 4 million acres of cropland are lost to erosion in the U.S. every year due to these industrialized agribusinesses that inject chemicals to fatten animals for slaughter and wind up being consumed by humans.
Last, an incredible amount of the food that's grown in the world isn't being eaten by humans. We have read that an estimated 700 million tons of food that could be consumed by humans goes to feed livestock each year. The richer countries eat more meat, and the poorer countries, well, they seem to get more poor.
Raising and eating meat leaves behind an environmental toll that our children and grandchildren will be forced to pay.
In short, a whole food, plant-based diet may be the biggest, cheapest, and simplest way of protecting, restoring, and sustaining our environment. Remember, every bite of food you take either feeds climate change or fights it. Hi friends, just a quick break here. Bob and I are very concerned about the dangerous chemicals in our drinking water and how they can ruin our health. So for several years, we've been using this convenient and economical 𝗥𝗙𝗙𝗘 tabletop reverse osmosis system in our kitchen to transform our tap water into filtered and purified water. No installation or plumbing is needed, and the result is pure, delicious water. So, we urge you to click on the 𝗥𝗙𝗙 link in the description below and see for yourself how this can add so much to your healthy lifestyle and longevity. Please, invest in your health now.
Animal health and welfare is the third major reason why people choose to eat a whole food plant-based diet. They are sympathetic to the plight of animals and believe that animals have rights and should be protected. We feel that way as well. The way we humans eat will help alleviate the needless suffering and deaths of countless animals every day.
Profit-driven agribusinesses, also known as factory farms, commonly keep cows, pigs, chickens, and other animals in overcrowded, filthy, and stinking conditions where they are often unable to barely move during their entire suffering lives and survive only because they're fed huge amounts of antibiotics. It's pitiful. These thinking, feeling, stressed, and helpless animals most often get no veterinary care or even sunlight. They die at the rate of millions per day just so that we can have burgers, nuggets, and hot dogs.
Here are some staggering facts from the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals. You've heard of the acronym PETA. More than 29 million cows suffer and die in the meat and dairy industries every year. In the U.S., approximately 9 billion chickens are killed for their flesh each year, and 305 million hens are used for their eggs.
Of the millions of pigs killed every year for food, more than 1 million die annually just during transport to the slaughterhouse, and at least 40,000 have sustained injuries by the time they arrive.
Yeah, the conditions are really terrible.
We've actually passed trucks on the highway taking them to slaughter.
Yeah, they're all slammed in and very
They look
crowded.
so sad.
Yeah, it's not good.
An estimated 245 million turkeys are raised and killed for their flesh every year in the U.S. More than 46 million of them are killed each year at Thanksgiving alone.
Yeah,
And more than 22 million die at Christmas.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. More fish are killed for food each year than all other animals combined, as tens of billions of fish and shellfish are slaughtered annually.
We learned that the average American meat eater is responsible for the abuse and death of about 90 animals per year.
Yeah.
But by choosing a whole food, plant-based diet, we can directly reduce the abuse and killing of animals. Remember that every bite of food you take either protects animals or kills them.
For us, an added bonus of eating a whole food plant-based diet pertains to the health of our inner spirit. We believe that eating whole grains and plants, that is, eating clean, actually lifts our spirit. We get this light feeling, it just feels good. Knowing that we chose a path of wellness over illness for our personal health just makes us feel terrific, I think. Doing our part to care for the environment gives us a sense of satisfaction in how we envision our planet to evolve. And deciding not to eat animals that have been needlessly abused and killed makes us feel that we are simply doing the right and responsible thing.
There is enough food in the world for everyone, but sadly, far too much of the world's land resources in food production go to people who can afford it. Meanwhile, millions of children and adults today suffer from malnutrition and starvation. All of us can do our part to help fix this just by making smart food choices.
So there you have it. We'd like to know if you are on a whole food plant-based diet or thinking about it, and why. So please tell us in the comment section below. We'd appreciate it very much. And we look forward to seeing you
again
very
soon.
Bye-bye for
Bye-bye.
now.